I know we do a lot of segments about dating and awkwardness, and awkward dating, but I promise you, no matter how long you've been listening to our show, this is one you're going to remember for a long time. It had all the feels, and even Brooke, after we recorded it, said, you need to keep us updated on what happens after this.
Wow. And Brooke doesn't care about anybody, so she wants an update. No, I'm kidding.
Jose's even thinking about turning the entire recording into his new ringtone for his Android.
It's going to be a long ringtone.
Yeah.
He's just going to let it ring forever.
I would just go with the awkward sound.
Yeah.
But,
Even the silent vibrate's going to be a little long.
But that's how good it is. You don't want to miss this. One of our most memorable Awkward Tuesday calls ever coming up next.
It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Awkward Tuesday phone call.
Today, one of our listeners wanted our help reaching out to a woman that he went out on a date with.
Oh, why isn't he calling for a second date
I
then?
know what you're all thinking. Shouldn't we be doing a second date update for this, Jeff? What are you, some kind of idiot? And I've already reported each of you to HR for trying to speak to me like that.
We don't have HR.
So
Jeff.
expect a call from HR shortly.
We don't.
But normally,
I
yes.
love to talk to you.
I feel like you're not listening to anyone in the room.
You would be right.
Yeah.
Normally, we would do a second date, but in this particular case, it requires an Awkward Tuesday call.
Okay.
Because
You
his
could've
date,
just said that.
his date didn't happen in the last week or two, or even in the last year or two.
All
When did it
right.
happen, Jeff?
It happened almost 3 years ago when Alexis still thought working here was fun.
Yeah.
But our listener, Joseph, did say he wanted to get our advice on this, so let's talk to him real quick. Joseph, how you doing, man?
Hey, good. How are you guys?
Hey.
You sound sad, buddy.
Man, I've been racking my brain on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you so hung up on this person?
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of a super cringe situation.
Oh, we love a good embarrassing story.
I'm ready to cringe.
We live them every day, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. So the last 3 years or so, after a first date, I'll ask the woman to take a survey.
Oh, God.
You're into masochism.
Yeah.
I got you.
Or you work for BuzzFeed
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah, no kidding.
That would be fun.
That's really funny, I would say. Is this
Okay.
an email survey you send them, or are you asking in person?
It's an email survey. It's a link.
Oh, so then
Okay.
they can do it and get the results? That is kind of fun, actually.
Take it you really love Excel spreadsheets as well.
What's the thinking behind doing that?
Well, so I'm kind of an awkward guy, I guess you could
Okay.
say.
Okay.
But I genuinely want to be a better person.
Aw.
Is it anonymous when they fill it out, or do you know who it is?
Ooh.
Alexis wants to
I'm
take
just
one
saying,
of your
I'd be
surveys
way more
out,
brutal if I
apparently.
could be
So,
anonymous.
I have a feeling he's not going on enough dates, probably, to not know what person just
Okay,
filled it
okay.
out.
but I mean, I think it's a good idea to try and get some feedback about how your dates are really going in their minds. So, what type
Right.
of feedback do you get?
So the best ones give me specifics. That's the most helpful. For
Okay.
example, one woman said his dinner conversation felt like a PowerPoint presentation.
Okay.
Well, that's
Okay.
nice. PowerPoint is a very advanced system.
You're organized.
All the best companies use it. So,
I mean, I could see, maybe a little robotic, like you've been going through the motions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some people are literal. Like, you may sit down and say, so this is me, this is my birthday, this is what I'm about. It can seem like an interview.
but
almost.
PowerPoints also have clip art in them and cool animations. So there's a lot
and
of
the
positives to
transitions.
Power-
Like,
That's what I'm
yes.
saying. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff.
I like to think I'd have good transitions between slides. I mean,
Yeah, good.
He's funny.
Yeah, see?
He fades.
You can roll
okay?
with it. All right.
What's another one? Do you got another example?
yeah, I got one more. She said he had more gel in his hair than I have in my bathroom.
Oh.
Ooh, and
But-
girls, we slick back hair a lot.
You guys, I think that you shouldn't take that as a bad. That's a fixable one.
Yes.
Easily
Yes.
fixed.
I've been doing my hair the same way with the same pomade for the last 10 years. And so to me, that kind of seemed like, all right, my personality is bad. My looks
Aw.
aren't great. So I decided I was going to go back over the surveys.
Okay. So review them all.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oof, that sounds like a trip down memory lane I wouldn't want to
I
take.
know.
So how did that go? What was your experience like looking back?
So I noticed the trend. It seemed like I got a little bit better, and then things just sort of took a nosedive. But the first time I did the survey after
Yeah.
a date was this woman named Angela, and honestly, like, it was kind of a chaotic, like, blind date setup. It was like a friend of a friend.
Okay.
But what I recall, I thought we had a really good time. I mean, I particularly remember her eyes, and like that kind of like
Aw.
sears in my head.
Well, what'd the survey say?
So
Yeah.
she left like genuine compliments. So she didn't say that it was super weird. She was kind of witty about the whole thing, which I loved. But the last question on my survey is, would you like to go on another date? And I think at the time I was just so wrapped up in like setting up dates and trying this experiment, if you will. I completely overlooked the fact that she had said yes with 3 exclamation points.
Oh,
my
no.
gosh.
It is a little bit overeager, though, with the 3 exclamation points.
He missed his soulmate, okay?
Whoa.
It was the first
Whoa.
one.
Brooke.
Dude, he's gone on 30 dates, and all of the surveys have been bad except for this woman, this first one. It was meant for her, and you missed it. You missed the sign.
But God, do you want to dig the knife in a little bit
Yeah.
deeper and tell him how badly he messed up?
I'm excited to help him. I mean, have you done any background research? Did you like have her Insta or anything like that?
Well, I looked up on social media. I didn't see a husband. We're not friends, obviously, so I can't see all the stuff. But
Yeah.
Brooke stopped posting her husband on her socials recently, too, so it's not a good
that's
judge.
not true.
Yeah.
But listen, if she had gotten married in the last 3 years, her profile pic would be a wedding pic. You don't
Oh,
spend all that
That's
money on
true.
wedding pics
Yeah.
and not use it as your profile pic
Good
for at
point.
least a year and a half.
Totally.
So now, I mean, at this point, you want to call Angela yourself and talk to her, but you want advice from us.
exactly. Yeah, I don't want to go into it blind. This is such an absurd sort of situation.
Yeah.
Luckily, you've got some love experts to step in and give you a little bit of
wow.
advice.
Yeah,
to
and
help
I've
you.
had many ex-boyfriends that called me later and be like, turns out I couldn't find anything better, so you want to go out again?
And Brooke said yes every time. So there is hope. We're going to PowerPoint transition to the next part of this when we come back to continue your Awkward Tuesday phone call right after this.
It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Awkward Tuesday phone call.
If you're just joining us for the Awkward Tuesday call, our listener Joseph has been sending women that he dates an email survey after they go out, asking them to review him and how they think their night honestly went.
Okay,
Yeah.
now it sounds
Yes.
silly, but let it sink in. It's actually kind of cool.
And especially when you talk to him.
yeah,
You know what I
it
mean? Like,
makes
he's so
sense.
lovable.
He's just trying to learn more about himself,
for
see
sure.
if he can make any improvements.
Yeah.
And he's gotten some pretty brutal feedback
Yeah.
recently. I won't even repeat the mean things these women wrote about him. Unless, Joseph, do you want Brooke to say them directly to you so you can relive the hurt?
No.
Because she'll do it with a smile.
You know,
She just yells, no, no, no. That's what one of the girls said. She said, just, no, no, no.
you
Okay.
guys are so brutal. Hey, you're fine. You know what? We get-
Fine.
Convince
Never a
me,
good
bro.
thing.
Come on.
No, that was Joseph. I'm trying to help.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay,
messing with her.
we're not gonna say any of the things. Anyway, it prompted him to look back through all of his date reviews, and he came across the very first one he did with a woman named Angela 3 years ago, who gave him very positive feedback, and even said in the survey that she'd be willing to meet him again. The problem is, it kind of got buried, and he moved on without
Yeah.
doing anything.
His head was in the data, Jeff.
But he wasn't reading it very clearly.
Well, the point is now he needs our help reaching back out to Angela 3 years later to try and casually spark that romance back up.
Yeah.
And Jose, I mean, you still have feelings for women you dated years and even decades ago. So
Every single one of them.
what's
Jeff.
your
Every one
advice
of them.
for Joseph here?
Look, you're coming in at a deficit because remember, you already ghosted a girl that likes you. So you need an icebreaker to get her in a good mood.
Okay.
And that's where I come into play. When she answers, all right, just say, hey, what's up? I'm doing a follow-up survey on the survey that you took 3 years ago. And then just be quiet, and she will laugh, and I'll try not to laugh. It's going to be good.
Joseph, what do you think about the 3-year callback joke?
I think it's betting the farm.
Bet in the farm.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
High risk,
No.
high reward,
If
though.
she
That's
doesn't
true.
remember the survey, it will not land well.
That's
Yeah.
true. She'll think he's like a solicitor.
Yeah.
Hang up on him.
But I do think that the idea of an icebreaker, trying to make her laugh and lighten the mood, is good.
Yeah.
Brooke, what do you think?
I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
And like once you get her to laugh and you guys start a conversation.
Okay, so use mine.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like you actually have to ask her out.
Right.
So here's what you do. it's not your choice that you're asking her out. It's what the research told you to do. Right?
Yes. Take away women's choices. I like this.
No. It's like, hey, listen, sometimes the universe brings people together. This time it's science and data that's bringing us together.
And I think we count as the universe.
That is hot.
Women don't find anything sexier than science and data.
Dude, this is his deal, man. That's what he lives for.
All right, Joseph. No. I don't know if any of that actually helps you, but
hopefully you're at least loose, bro.
Thing is, we're all...
It does.
It does? Okay, good.
Right.
And we got your back, man.
Yes.
We're rooting for you.
Thank you.
All right.
I don't want to come off as creepy,
Creepy is Brooke, Jose, and Alexis's job. They'll step in and deliver that part for
You're
you.
in good creepy hands.
You're creepier than us.
Super creepy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, honestly, if we were going to do a research poll on who was the creepiest on this show, you'd win.
If I fill out a survey about your guys' performance after this, you're not going to like what I write. So let's just call Angela here. Good luck, Joseph. We'll step in if we feel like you need a little help. But here we go.
Hello, this is Angela.
Hey, Angela. This is Joseph. How are you?
I'm sorry, who is this?
Yes. So, Joseph, we went on a date almost 3 years ago. I don't suppose you remember.
Oh.
Okay. Can I help you? Why the call?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm actually doing a follow-up survey on the first survey I sent you.
What do you mean a survey on the survey?
Oh.
Well, I'm interested to know kind of like how you've been. What have you been doing for 3 years?
How I've been for 3 years?
Yeah.
These are pretty personal questions. I don't understand what you mean. Like, are you referring to like work or my general life? Like,
look, I just gotta come clean. I should have called you 3 years ago, and I didn't. And I'm sorry. And I wouldn't be surprised if you don't remember me. You probably don't.
well, I mean, of course I remember you. I mean, I filled out an Excel sheet for you. And, the last question asked if I would ever be interested in seeing you again. And I said yes with an exclamation point, and then I never heard from you again.
Yeah. I remember you left me great feedback, and I thought we had a really great time. And I just didn't notice that you were okay with going on a second date.
I want you to know, I thought it was pretty cool, so I started doing it myself on my dates.
Oh.
And
what?
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's been really cool just to see how I'm doing on my dates, what I could do better.
Right.
And I really like that you did that. Are you still doing it?
I am, actually. Honestly, they've not been great recently. And unfortunately, some people are just mean. They don't get the survey, or some of the comments are brutal.
Don't let the survey bring you down too much, because you're a really nice guy, and those people are all missing out.
I really appreciate that. You have no idea what that means to me, actually.
I mean, it's true. I really feel that way about you, and everyone in the world should feel that way.
Well, thanks. Going back to the survey, because I'm a numbers guy, right? And according to the numbers, it says you and I should probably go on another date. And that's not just me. That's science. And you can't argue with science.
Are you asking me out 3 years later?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm asking you out 3 years later.
Will there be another survey at the end of our date?
They are the cutest.
Oh my God.
You guys are already a couple. I
I'm
think you don't
so
realize
excited.
What is going on?
Hey, Angela. I hate to break in on this conversation, but you're on the radio right now. We're a show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
No, we love breaking in on this conversation.
Yes. And 4 out of 4 people in this room think you two are adorable.
Yeah, we ship this.
Joseph, what's happening?
Well, this is a follow-up on the follow-up to the follow-up survey that we'd like to do.
Hey, let Joseph tell her.
Oh, sorry. Joseph, you take the lead on this.
Well, yeah. So I honestly, I wasn't really sure how to approach you, or if I even should, or if that was going to be creepy, or put off like creeper vibes.
We don't need to say that twice.
Emphasize the creepy.
If you think I was some sort of serial killer or something.
I'm not psycho.
Yeah, you say crazy.
I'm just kidding.
I just needed some help to ask you out again.
Aww.
We're just here for moral support because we think Joseph's a great guy.
But once they started talking, I don't think he needed our help.
I know.
They just needed to talk.
You guys have honestly good chemistry.
Yeah.
Angela, are you like excited? What are you feeling right now?
Well, my initial feeling was that Joseph is just very brave to call someone after 3 years.
Aww.
That's a good observation.
I hope that this is real. Like, I would really like to go out with you again.
Oh,
Yay.
Okay.
The cutest, Angela.
Well, in that case, we would like to offer to send you guys on a date and pay for it.
I would love that if that's okay with you, Angela.
Oh.
Say yes again.
That sounds great.
And is it okay with you,
really
Brooke?
cute. Well, why would it be okay with you?
Yeah, and Alexis, are you signing off on this one?
Oh, you're taking a survey around the room.
Just
I
making
see.
sure we all
I
approve.
see.
I wanna
I
be
see.
10 out of 10, 5 stars. I don't know what
The
else.
science says you guys are going out on another
Yeah.
date,
Oh my
and you
God.
can't argue with science.
Yeah,
And,
never.
and Angela, I promise you, this will be a survey list date. The first one in 3 years.
Whoa.
Hey, oh my God, please update us.
Yeah.
Not with a survey, though.
No. The listeners, we all want to know.
Yeah, I definitely will. I'll update you guys, and I really appreciate all your help.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously.
Yay.
So cute.
Wow, dude, I honestly wasn't sure that this was actually going to work.
Oh, wow. Now there's truth comes out.
Yeah.
Jeff.
That's my
You're all
honest
talk
review.
and
If there
you
was
get
a
lied on your
survey.
survey.
And you know what? I was wrong. Look at that. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.